fine day to you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Nerds. Nerds spelled with a 3, because this is the third episode of this series. Uh,
Good day to you.
yep. So, welcome back to the
Your
playthrough
son?
of Dragon Age Inquisition.
It's good to have commerce
Um,
restored.
I hope it's not me.
I'm just focusing on the story, kind of saying like, hey, like, where was this writing good? Because people are definitely tearing Veilguard a new one. Of course, that's when all the noise starts outside. Okay, so let's travel. Is that a lawnmower? No one here has a lawn. Okay. All right. So I did some exploration. That can't be. My ears are deceiving me. Um, it's also right at the time I started recording. Okay, good. The lawnmower's done. I'm so confused. Literally, there is no lawn here. Sweet. We go over here and talk to Cassie this time. Is Cassie here? That's not Cassie. I see an icon. There we go.
Ugh.
Yeah. See, I'm matching her energy.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I
don't
can
know.
only
I
guess.
definitely think I would definitely complain about being in a fire.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
It's an interesting viewpoint.
Isn't it a bit late to worry about it now?
We have only just begun. My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
I can't really say.
I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
All right, I decided to pause, and now the lawnmower, it has to be something. Maybe, I don't know, what are non-lawnmowers that sound like lawnmowers?
Doesn't sound elven.
I said you could call
All
me
right.
Scout
Let's see if Varric has a cutscene.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Nah, I like to work fast. Hmm.
I don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
I like that point about being a writer and recognizing. I mean, obviously, just because you've written something doesn't mean that's the type of scenario that's going to happen in real life. But in writing and dealing with different characters, you learn about people.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
That logic doesn't 100% add up, but if it's the logic of this world and the way items work. Whoa, everyone's just gathered around.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious,
Weren't you
Commander,
just saying
as
that
to
we're
how
all
your
part?
Inquisition
Oh, whatever.
and its herald
You're like,
will
hey, everybody, let's be
restore
together.
order as you
And now let me
promised.
complain. I mean, to be fair, this guy's kind of...
Back to your duties, all of you.
That guy's really difficult to like.
Mages and Templars were already at
That's
war.
putting it lightly.
Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave.
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste.
Oh, he's a
I think
cleric?
not.
That kind of makes it worse. Cleric acting like this.
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We
I
might
just straight up assumed he was like a
Your
politician or
Inquisition
aristocrat or
recognizes
something.
authority.
There is no authority until another Divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
I'll make sure they see reason in Valroyo.
I pray you're right.
So is there a way to open that if you're not a rogue? Like, you can't play as a different character when you're in the hub, can you? Does just mean those items are just lost forever because they chose not to be a rogue. Life Ward Amulet. You know, I like that. Okay, let's see.
Researcher Menave wishes to... Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartin. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
You realize that I follow my people's gods, not the Maker.
Fair enough. But Andraste lived, and her deeds, however shrouded by myth, have their basis in fact. If you do not believe the Chant of Light, at least consider it a map of the dangers you might face. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Oh, I already have it all. Look at that. Ooh,
The
cutscene time.
Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Master
What? That's
Lavelan,
am I
this is
slouching?
the
Why am I
Marquis
slouching?
Torel,
This is a bad time
one
to
of Divine
slouch.
Justinia's
Okay, no, I'm fine.
greatest
No, I'm fine.
supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denerim, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
How does his mask stay on?
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done. Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
Oh, you're asking me? I was just getting some tea.
I'm more
Like in
concerned
reality,
this
not in the
won't
game.
actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
All right. So it's kind of my earlier point, like, as far as, like, the need to be the special... Like, if you're the key, like, if you're just the guy where it's like, oh, if we connect you with the door, it closes the door, I feel like we'd be keeping this person out of harm's way as much as possible. Right? So if everyone else explore, if everyone else fight, and then just wait till we see a breach and then be, now I'll bring this guy in.
The city
Oh, the party's
still
predetermined,
mourns.
got it.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us? Return to Haywood. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
There was like a point for me to... There was like a talk balloon for me and I couldn't press the button, I guess? That's weird. Well, good thing I got that level up, so now all these little read points are worth more EXP. Don't mind me as I circle around and just level up for free. Oh, wait. Oh, come on.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I'm simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Ooh, these guys have great dramatic timing. They know exactly when to enter.
This Inquisition and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Is no one else going to do anything about that? 'Cause that's, it's pretty bad.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Yeah, I don't
Lord
like this
Seeker
guy.
Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
No,
Lord
I'll
Seeker?
definitely address
Creating a heretical movement.
whoever I want.
Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Man, what an ego.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker...
And I'm out of old women.
Sent by the Maker? What if...
Boy, that
You are called to a higher purpose.
I can't tell if that was the best or the worst thing for me
I
to say
will
just
make
then.
the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Seemingly so.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
I love how it's like when I went to unlock this location, it said, "Oh, for
What's that?
What?
An arrow with a message?"
It's like recommended levels 4 to 7, and there is 0 combat here. Oh, but plan on leveling up. Oh, come on! It literally says, "Thank you, thank you."
I believe
Plenty
that
of leveling
messenger
up to
is
be
trying
had.
to get our attention.
Yeah, let me just get the rest of the leveling up again.
You are the herald.
Oh, come on.
I have an invitation for you.
Okay, now time to go and recruit everybody. Mystery box. That is so mysterious. How much money do I have? 1,400. How far away is that from whatever this price is? Very far. What does this guy have to say about the mystery box?
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, a shop.
Don't you mean wares?
No, I mean ware. I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
So, you sell one very expensive item, and it's worth it?
Let me now interrupt the inevitable defense of your thrift. I'm sure you have treasures, and you will have many more. You could parade them from here to Halam Shiral, but none of that would allow you to say you have purchased this. The item is irrelevant. The price is worth it.
You know what? This guy's onto something.
I don't see why this is special. Anyone can overprice something.
To overprice an item, the item must have a known value already. It is then priced over what it is worth. This has only the value I have set. It has never had another. It is not overpriced. It is priced.
How do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
My shop is a destination. Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute, in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
Well, goodbye then.
Yes.
You know, that's cool. That's a fun way of in-game explaining the existence of a mystery box. I'll eventually come back and buy it. I mean, obviously, I'm going to save beforehand just in case it sucks. But I tend to, in video games, I tend to be a bit of a hoarder. So there's going to be a moment when I just have too much money. Because why buy stuff at vendors when you're just going to find it in a random chest somewhere?
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Chantry liars.
Oh, and there's just an exit here. Also, we can still talk to this person that got slapped.
This victory must please you
If you could call that
greatly,
talking.
Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
They literally have you jump to get to the read thing. It's just constant pressing X. And I even attempted to read while I was still... I even ended up reading it while I was still attempting to jump. So... Alright, so I suppose... I got these for new recruitments. Yeah, let's go ahead and get those before we head back to the camp.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it.
I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Well, finally, someone
Why
doesn't think
wouldn't
I did
she?
it.
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
All right, but I already suggested a different place on the map. Oh.
Well, they know who I work for, at least.
Oh. Get away from me. Thank you. I'm back to safety. You know, I probably should have made a couple attacks to let Solus do the, barrier on us before I bamfed out of there. Oh, live and learn. What's our current goal? Hello? Oh. I didn't see that was a door.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is the...
What?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah,
Yeah, I
blah.
heard you say it, just say what, but I don't get
Arrow
it.
in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow.
Are you not
You're
also
the
a...
herald thingy.
And what? Are you not also an elf?
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
Nope.
Cheeky, yeah?
So I'm confused because she's all like, "Oh, my people." I'm like, "Oh, you mean elf?" She's like, "No, people." It's like, well, yeah, but you first greeted me pointing out that I'm an elf. So,
Friends
so,
really
so
came
which
through
is
with
it?
that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition is almost an army now. Can you add to it?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around, blah blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got generals and oath belchers. And sure, you have soldiers. Like the dead guys protecting that other dead guy. All those helmets, and what gave them up? Some drunk gets a key lifted because someone else is pissed about bills. So no, I'm not Captain Swordface, or Marchy. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal.
Did the writer insert that joke 15 times, expecting that like 10 of those times it would be cut out? But kept writing it just to make sure, like, hey, I don't know which of these scenes you're going to get through when you're making dialogue choices, so you're not going to hear them all, but I'm going to say it as many times as possible, so no matter what dialogue options you choose, you're going to hear it.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I
She's
have
really
all these...
obsessed with...
You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Did she just make a reference to being an RPG where you sell your stuff you've collected to merchants? Okay, I want to say that I find that character very annoying. But more so, I just find her confusing. Right? Because that was just 58 different conversations in one. She reminds me a lot of, what's the first Asari you meet in Andromeda? I feel like whatever writer made this character made that one as well. So, like, that's just become a staple. I don't think there was anyone like that in the original Mass Effect trilogy, I don't think. Closest they had to a Joker is, well, Joker. And he was, like, actually... Like, he was more than just the comedic relief, right? Like, I mean, obviously he had some big emotional points. But for the most part, it's just Seth Green being Seth Green. Second recruitment. Boy, this outfit definitely fits at this location. At least it's not the one where you're just wearing dirt,
Master
right?
Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business?
For the what?
I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Was did the model for that neck piece did you not adjust the height right?
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper.
I mean,
We know
you're
what
wearing
your
that mask.
Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis,
How unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded
So is
party
he
in
like
this
in
unfortunate
stasis,
affair.
or is he like
What would you have me do with this
cold?
foolish man?
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce
is this
myself.
the same building
I
where
am
we just
Vivienne,
met
first
Red
enchanter of
Jenny?
Montsimard, an enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With divine Justinia dead,
It looks like right
the
out there's the
Chantry's in
balcony where that fight
shambles.
happened.
Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
So the entire location was just a set of cutscenes. Like that's on the map. Like, go to the spot on the map. Nope, it's just a cutscene. That's weird. Like picking up all these companions felt less like picking up companions and more like just side quests, like tacked on. Like how in like Mass Effect 2 you have the 2 DLC characters where like the rest of the party, like you gather them, you have like a quest and you find it partway through, and then the 2 DLC characters, they just show up, you say hi, and they're like, see you on the ship.
Why not? I've heard about Valroyaux. This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
What's up, Colin?
You there. There's a shield in your hand.
Where's
Walk with it.
Colin?
If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
Well, I'm just good at entrances.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something
We're having a
far
Sorkin
worse.
moment here.
I must have this marked for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Good luck sealing those rifts.
Just one riff then. Sorry, reference to Hot Fuzz. Oh, here we go. So the question is where Vivian is.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Okay, yeah, I really wish I had commentary on this, but it's just...
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
What?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just too confused to really say anything about her character. Here we are. Okay, let's look on the map to see where Vivian is. Sola, Sarah, Liliana. Oh yeah, have I talked to her outside of the... There we go, she's in that. Perfect. Okay. Let's talk to Liliana to see what she's up to.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the
I
Maker's
very much
prophet have to
established that
say
I
about
don't.
all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky?
Well, I'm holding a controller
What
in my
about the
hand,
temple
so...
ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
You probably don't even worship the Maker.
Yep.
Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city
I
sent
mean,
word ahead, of course.
it was kind of a big deal.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes.
Did I
and we
not
have
just
the
say
opening
going
we
was a
need to approach
risk?
The Templars and the mages.
Did I read that wrong?
Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the order somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among
I
the
always
rebel
think it could be a
mages were
trap.
responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Let's see if he
Does
says
sound
what.
odd, I agree.
Yeah.
The others have
Okay, good.
disregarded
What you
my
said lined up with
suspicion,
what I clicked.
but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
You've never been to a circle, as far as I can tell, yet you're remarkably skilled. Were you self-taught?
Trained by my keeper.
The Dalish have their own traditions, you know. The Circle isn't the only authority on magic.
I have heard about the traditions of magic among the Dalish keepers, but it's all third-hand. In my own experience, nothing is more deadly to a young mage than a lack of knowledge, which makes the current state of things precarious. What do you imagine will happen if the circles are not restored? Do you foresee the Dalish taking us all under their wing?
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
So if it's like actually like marked by the god of this world, then I guess it makes sense that you become the leader and your decisions make changes. But I got the impression there's just the mark and that's it, and that Herald of Andraste is just an assumption that people are making?
Did you need something, Ambassador?
Yes. Well, not precisely, but I should like to know if anyone here has treated you unkindly, Herald, for being an elf.
I can deal with a few whispers and sideways looks.
I shall speak with the staff regarding such conduct. If we're to convince the world that Andraste's herald is an elf, the Inquisition must give you its utmost support. Stories of wild Dalish elves have grown even more outrageous as people learn of you.
Why not claim the Dalish can steal your breath or turn into dragons while they're at it? Now that I've said that out loud, someone probably has.
Most likely.
I will see what the Inquisition can do to contain the slander. It may help if I know more about how you and your clan lived.
The human towns we traded with ate the same food and suffered the same weather we did. The main difference was that they had homes while we wandered.
That must have been difficult. Still, you must miss your clan.
If I'd never left home, Josephine, I never would have met you. That would be the greater tragedy.
What?
Well, that was poetry.
There is more to this, Master Llewellyn. Whatever comes, your role as Andraste's herald will mark your clan in history.
Whoa, what's a book? Oh, is it the history buff that I got? Nice.
There have been other elves close to Andraste. Shartan led an army of them in her name.
This is true. I'd forgotten. The Chantry is not fond of Shartan. Perhaps we should draw parallels. Hints that Andraste's favor has returned to an elf in our time of need. Thank you, Herald. There are some letters I should write.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the episode here. I wanted to hoping to get the entire team together, but no, I still got like 2 recruits left and only a few minutes left in the allotted hour of editing. So, I'll see you guys next week when we pick up the rest of the team. Until then, do not forget to have an amazing day, eat something delicious, and hang out with someone you admire.